Okay, why sharks don't eat Indomie?
What the is wrong with you?
What the is wrong with you? You can answer the simple question.
Yeah, have you ever think in your life?
Of course.
Are you a philosopher?
No, I don't.
There we go, you're not a philosopher.
No, I don't want to.
You don't think you're a content creator, right?
No, I don't.
So not everyone is a content creator!
But
Oh, hello.
hello.
You look troubled, are you right?
Yeah. Just give me something already.
I'll give
just
you
give
a
me
drink.
something
I'll
already.
give you a
right?
drink. Here you go. You
What
look
is it?
stressed.
What kind of
This
drink? I just want
is-
milk. You know,
This is coffee lemonade.
coffee lemonade.
Yeah, because you look
How
tired.
dare you combine coffee with lemonade?
It tastes good.
It tastes
Why?
decent.
How
Okay,
dare you say coffee and lemonade?
No, listen,
It's
listen.
tasty.
You look tired, so we gave you coffee lemonade.
Let
Have
me
you
try
never
it.
drank coffee? Yeah, you're
I've
trying.
drank coffee in my life, but not that much though.
We should put a
But with
sign.
lemonade, I
We-
mean,
we should put a sign that we have the rights to refuse customer.
You're right, we should. But we need the money, so like,
Fair. See?
what?
It's refreshing, right? It's refreshing. It's
very
also
good.
it's also been there for too long. It's already not cold.
Yeah. It is cold though.
Oh, it is cold?
It is cold.
Really?
Yeah, as cold as your violin teacher probably.
I told you that in confidence.
Ah.
Oh, you know what? Why are you here? Why are you here?
You know, do I look like I'm a bad guy right now, or
You look annoying.
I look annoying?
A little bit.
That's the reason. That's the problem.
You need us to fix you.
Yeah.
Being annoying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why I've been so annoying?
Why?
Why?
Because I've been wearing this for a long time. That's the reason. I become so grumpy like this just because I'm wearing this.
So the clothing is why.
The clothing is why.
You know what I think it is? Yeah,
What?
you know like the goblin mask from Spider-Man?
Exactly my point.
I was more thinking like the mask, like
Or like
Jim
the mask
Carrey.
from Jim Carrey? You know like how it talks?
Why don't you just chat? No, I'm the customer here.
Yeah, okay,
No,
it's
no,
I'm
fine.
the one who have
It's
problem.
fine.
Why you guys chatting?
But, you know, we're trying to figure out how to fix it.
Why don't you
right?
figure out by WhatsApp? Because I don't want to listen to what you've been talking about.
Okay, keep talking.
But I
You know
don't-
what? You know what?
What?
If the clothing is what makes it like this, why
Take
not
it
just
off.
take it off? Yeah. See?
Take it off.
You want me to take my pants off?
Your clothes.
you said the
Just
tie
the
and the
clothes.
shirt.
But pants is also clothing, right?
The
Be
Just the-
specific. Be
You know what? Take
specific,
off your
please.
pants right now. Yeah, just take it off. All right, zoom in.
You want me to take my pants? That's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take off my tie and my
all right.
political
Attire.
political color
No.
attire.
Now let's see if your behavior is different.
Of course, it's gonna be different. There's the thing.
Is it?
It is.
Is it like Superman Clark Kent
Well, that
situation?
tie is really broken.
You need new tie, man.
Sorry for the mess. I'm really sorry.
Oh wow.
Thank you for letting me taking this clothes off, because you know.
I just love it. You pretend to unbutton the button is not there.
Yeah, there's two buttons missing because of the laundry. Thank you. Welcome.
Oh, welcome.
I mean, you should welcome me though.
Oh,
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you, my friend.
See, you're so much nicer now.
That means you should burn that. It
No,
curse.
but there's too many things going on
Memories.
in memories and everything. No, I don't want to burn that. Let's just burn something else.
Okay, so why do you use that then? If it's horrible to you, why do you use that?
Because I actually used this accidentally.
Okay.
Because previously I was in a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
not podcast actually, it was like a reality show.
Okay.
Not reality show actually, it's a social experiment. When I was
Okay.
social experiment.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So I was taking videos on the streets, taking videos on people who ride motorcycles, but in the wrong ways and
Okay.
everything. And I took videos in Candid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the start. And then I became too tired doing those kind of videos.
Right.
Then I tried to do on podcast, like interviewing someone, but in a horrendous way, in a very, very way.
Okay.
And I started the podcast, but being an
Okay.
being an interviewer, and I need something probably costume to make this character alive. So that's why I
And you
decided
choose
to
the blue shirt and
with
a
this
tie.
tie. And this tie was actually my dad when he was young. So there's no other tie like this. So I can replace this. That's why.
There should be like a custom.
Yeah, it's customized
Tie.
tie and that has the pattern, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it only looks broken if you take it off, so it's okay.
Oh, that's
You know?
good point. Actually,
You can still wear it.
That's just all people, everyone. So you just look broken until you look deeply to someone.
You look good until you look deeply,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
but you don't have to show the broken part.
But you don't
of
have to show
You
the
don't
broken
have to,
part.
yeah.
That's why you have a character.
That's why I have to.
Right?
I'm not broken anyway. Do I look broken?
No, but it's good to show your vulnerability. You know, sometimes.
Sometimes, but it depends
Sometimes.
though. It depends. But and the reason I'm kind of not really that tired using this, but sometimes it's kind of frustrating because people always think that I'm that, even though without these clothes, I wanted to use these clothes to differentiate between the real me and the one who's wearing this tie.
It's just specifically these clothes.
Just specifically these clothes.
Right.
But sometimes people keep on, why you're not that galak? Why you're not?
Okay.
Oh my. Okay. You know what? I have something similar to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah?
I don't have a character,
Uh-huh.
right? It's very different from this because I
Uh-huh.
don't change too much.
Yeah.
But there was one time I had a girlfriend who like talked to me about it, basically saying that how I am in real life and how I am when there's cameras and everything is so different.
Yeah, but then like there are some people that who don't know that like who you are in the social media. It's just different because you choose to act certain that because like I'm just gonna say that's what sells.
Yeah, maybe that's why you wear that, right? Because it sells.
Yeah, it sells out actually. Like most brands or everything wanted me to wear this
Right, exactly.
to promote their stuffs and everything. But sometimes they also see me without the clothing as if it's the character that wore this tie.
They cannot differentiate
They cannot
between the real
differentiate
you.
between the real me. And I even, I'm obsessed with movies.
Right,
And being a movie star is like one of my dreams.
right.
And I've achieved those. I mean, I've played in movies, even though for like a couple of minutes, but they want me to be that kind of character.
It was like typecast.
The typecast, the one that's very, very and like mean.
Annoying.
I don't mind
yeah.
being that though, but it's kind of, frustrating because I cannot play another character because I also want to be a character like psychopath probably.
Yeah, serial
Why
killer.
specific? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Because psychopath is cool.
Like serial killer.
This
serial killer.
this
American
reminds me-
Psycho.
American Psycho.
American Psycho, yeah,
can
like
be
the Gareth Bale.
Indonesian
Is it Gareth
Psycho.
Bale or
It's no.
Gareth Bale is football player, right?
Christian
What?
Bale.
It's Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
It's the same Bale, no? No, it's the same Bale.
You know
They're
what this
not
reminds me?
family.
You watch Fight Club?
Fight Club, yeah.
You know Fight Club? It's like that clothing is Tyler Durden. You know, there's two
Ah,
personalities.
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
The thing about what is it? Characters in podcasts or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you need to have that, right?
Yeah, like me, like I'm doing comedy, right? And then like we're in Compass, we're in Suchi, and I just have that like persona,
Yeah.
and then like people think I am that persona.
But you are that.
I am.
You're that. You are that.
I am.
I think she is the what is it? When she doesn't change much.
She doesn't change much.
Right?
It's not her being another person, but it's just her being her.
I think it's a bit more exaggerated.
Yeah,
Yes.
exaggerated. That's the
it.
point. Yeah,
Exaggerated truth. You know?
Like you, for example, you changed completely, right?
Probably this is the exaggerated part of me too. I don't know.
No, but
Oh,
like, okay.
you're also annoying in real life.
Could be.
But are you mean in real life? Do you think you're mean?
No, I like cats though. How can people like cats mean?
I know some people that like cats that are very mean.
Yeah.
That's it. You're not mean, and you're not that annoying. So this is a whole nother character,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
I think that means that mine is probably just exaggerated. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I don't change my character completely. I just talk more. and
You
things
just
like
don't-
that.
So you don't talk that much in real life?
No.
You're
not at
an
all.
Why?
introvert?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
an introvert.
No, introvert don't tell themselves introvert.
Really?
That's like a paradox, right? When you're introvert, you don't tell to people like, "Hey, I'm introvert, guys, I'm introvert."
Wait,
Right?
really?
Yeah.
Okay, if I say I'm introverted, then what am I?
You're probably ambivert, just like her.
No, I'm ambivert.
Because deep inside, you have that extrovert part of you screaming, "No, you're not introvert."
I don't think that's how my extrovert is.
Really? Maybe you just haven't discovered it yet.
angel and demon. It's like, I'm introvert. No, you're not.
It's different than angel and demon. It's beyond that.
Okay,
There's. Do you hear voices, Aska?
I'm sorry, do you hear voices?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You hear voices?
Yeah.
Yeah. All do hear voices.
Do you have like inner monologue?
Yeah.
Wait, inner monologue is different. That's like me talking to myself.
That's the voices, Aska. Embrace it, Aska.
What is wrong with you? No, what is it?
No. That's the real Aska inside of you.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's me talking to myself.
That's your inner voice.
This is interesting to me because he talked all of this to you who study psychology.
No, okay. Oh, that's true. I study psychology. But this
Tell
is,
me something, Professor.
no, I haven't passed yet, so I don't know
That's
for
it.
sure.
All right.
But all I'm seeing is there's a difference between me and her, which is just like, our voices are like, maybe we should ask this. Or like if it's in Bahasa,
It's the
like,
same.
No. Listen, me and her is like, in Bahasa, it's mungkin kita tanya ini atau gini atau gini. Your voices are, tell them this, like that. See, that's precious. Like that. See, that's not an inner voice.
That's
Maybe I let the intrusive thoughts
Intrusive thoughts.
lead.
There we go.
Yeah. That intrusive thoughts inside the one who's speaking inside of me.
Right.
So it like layered.
or maybe that because your inner voice is just speaking to you so much that you created this character.
Makes sense.
To
That
just
makes
kinda
sense. So
like
I just kind of
letting that intrusive thoughts out through different characters.
intrusive thought and the dark thoughts, and I displayed it on real life.
But hey, didn't you get your girlfriend because of that character?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I used to make contents in streets, asking random people random stuff.
Right.
Like, why sharks don't eat Indomie? One of the example of the question is like that.
But why?
Why? If I ask you that, what's your answer?
My answer would be because sharks don't have hands.
How do you know sharks don't have hands?
They have fins.
No, but it used to be hands. Probably used to be hands. We don't know. How can you be so mean judging sharks? Like that's the kind of
You asked me that.
okay. Why sharks don't eat Indomie?
What the is wrong with you?
What the is wrong with you? You can answer the simple question. Why? Why you don't want to answer simple question for me?
Yeah. Sorry.
So that's the kind of response I make
Okay.
during on the street. So people kind of it depends. Their response is kind of different. Sometimes they just laugh. Sometimes they also argue back.
Okay.
And one of the respondent was my girlfriend.
Okay.
Is episode 47 if I'm not mistaken.
What did you ask her?
I asked her this. Why your eyes got dry if you watch videos on for 4 hours?
Okay.
That's my question.
Okay.
And then what did she answer?
She answered, probably because of the radiation.
Uh-huh.
And I answered, no, it's not because of the radiation. Even if you don't watch the videos on your phone, even if you're looking at everything for 1 hour, you become dry. So it's not about the phone, right?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
And
What?
Yeah.
and you got to end it happily ever after.
You got a girlfriend from asking that?
Yeah, I don't
What
know.
have I been doing?
Maybe you should start doing that too.
I should ask random people
random people,
things.
right?
Oh
Be
my God.
annoying as much
Be
as you
annoying.
can.
You know,
You have the potential of being annoying, I believe.
this reminds me of something. So
Yeah.
there's a game that you can just go up to people and ask for like rumors, and that actually works in real life.
Like how?
Like you can go up to a random person. I've tried this before. You can go up to a random person. And
There's
say,
a rumor like that.
Yeah,
right?
no. You just ask, hey, have you ever heard any rumors?
Yeah.
And then they will say something, and then it's always like an interesting conversation because of that. And that's like now how I start conversations. Like I go up to people and like, have you ever heard any rumors?
Do you have gossip?
Do you have
It's just
gossip?
like,
Because everyone want to talk about something.
yeah.
Right?
Like, do you have tea, herbal or verbal?
I think that's what you were doing, right? You were just basically asking random things.
Yeah,
for them
random
to
things,
talk.
but it's written actually. There's a 5 questions, random questions to random people, so I use to do it.
Sorry, going back to the previous one, I'm actually curious. You said you got your girlfriend from the character, right? So does that mean that like when you're talking to your girlfriend, you have to be in that
Annoying.
character?
That's interesting because one time my girlfriend said, I talk better when I wear this. It's like kinky in some ways, right?
What?
It's like kinky in some ways, right?
It's like
Oh,
role
like-
playing. It's like
yeah,
role playing.
Like in bed, you're wearing those
Why?
clothes.
What's specific in bed? It doesn't have to be in bed,
No,
right?
you said kinky. I don't know.
Kinky doesn't always have to be in bed, right?
It implies.
No, you're the one who implies
No,
it.
you're like,
no,
she's like
come
saying,
on.
babe, can you wear the clothes again, please?
But not in bed. Come on.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Sometimes she said that. She
Sometimes.
said that this guy is meaner than myself. Obviously, yeah.
So
wait,
wait. So she loves it more
You're-
when you're mean and annoying.
Not love nor is kind of 2 different things, and this one is kind of a bit more interesting.
so she thinks it's attractive if you're mean.
In some ways,
How's her relationship with her father?
still good, going good so far.
okay.
Have you like ever get like into trouble with like random people when you're wearing that?
When I'm wearing this,
Uh-huh.
trouble, not really, but actually the trouble is when I'm not wearing this. Yeah. Because people always think that I'm that mean. So when I talk nice to people with smiles and honesty and sincerity, people just like, oh, why are you so kind? You're not supposed to be like this. You're supposed to be mean. You're supposed to kill my family.
So people just deep down are like masochists.
I know, right? People are masochists. They want it to be.
I love the idea that you're just talking to your girlfriend, and then she's like, babe, I don't want to talk to you. Wear the clothes. And shout at me.
Bring the other guy.
Bring the other guy. Be mean.
But sometimes I always think to myself that probably this character is actually just another side of me that I'm
Like
letting
kind of.
The inner
the
voice.
out. And probably this character is still on me right now, even though I don't wear this, but I just don't let it
Should we just
take this off because
take this away?
because the monitor
bad,
says so.
The bad juju.
Let's burn this to the ground.
The bad juju.
Bad juju.
Yeah, that's like a curse.
Bad omen, like,
Bad,
you know,
bad
yeah.
omen.
Oh, I
The
thought the bad juju, the bad kind juju. There's a kind juju. And there's a bad juju. There's
That's a different character. That's
2
their
different
persona.
characters. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a character from a movie, right? So it is technically gonna be a part of you because you're the one
Yeah.
that made it.
But you know what? Most, and not most, but there's a lot of K-popers, not K-popers, idols
Uh-huh.
in K-pop wore that kind of attire, exactly the same, like red tie with the blue.
Ooh.
I don't know. I forgot the names, but there's like 1 to 3 idols from K-pop,
I think. Yeah.
and some of the K-popers mentioned me actually. Bang, she's wearing your dress, or he's wearing your attire. So it became an icon.
Yeah, I guess like that's a good point though, because like people when they see like blue shirt and then red tie, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, him.
They
you know?
relate him to that kuku,
Yeah.
the one that's nyebelin.
Here's something interesting I found out. I think that nowadays people people find like clothing like that one
Symbol.
or like this one attractive. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Like specific? Is it the one that
No,
has the tie?
They're like collared shirts.
Collared shirt.
Oh,
huh?
collar, button-up
The
shirt.
button-up shirts. Like people like they have their own term, like old money or something.
Old money, daddy code.
Old money clothing, something like
Yeah.
that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really relate to that kind of stigma.
Because you don't have money.
Well, clearly it worked. You found your girlfriend wearing that.
Yeah.
Right?
But looking back, I remember that probably the reason I wore that kind of attire is it represent the office in traditional way, because people back then, I don't know, right now still people in like in the in the really collared office actually wear tie and dress.
Yeah, still.
Yeah,
like,
but still,
sometimes.
right? Still, I try to represent that kind of icon or costume to that kind of people who are just tired of their life.
Do you work in the office?
I work in the office.
You still work
I'm
at the
still
office?
working at the office.
And not like doing like 100% content creation.
Content creation. What is 100%? Yeah.
Is it not making any money?
No. I mean, why people these days say I'm a content creator? Well, you know what? 8.3 billion people in this world are also content creators. So what makes you
But
different?
why
than
do you say that?
Yeah, because we can make people. They can make content.
Yeah.
So it's not specific if you're saying that you're a content creator. Every people in this world is content creator.
Okay. I don't agree with that.
Why?
I don't agree with
Why?
Because you can say you're a content creator.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I can say I'm
Yeah.
a basketball player,
Okay.
right? I play,
That's even better.
No,
if
no,
you
no.
say you're a basketball player.
everyone in the world can play basketball. They just
No,
suck.
not
everyone.
everyone. Not
But they
everyone.
suck.
No, not everyone.
Yes, you can.
Not everyone. Do you think Putin play basketball?
Can he?
I don't think so.
He can't dribble a ball?
I don't think so.
I think he can dribble a ball.
Why
not
do you
everyone.
think so?
Not everyone. Listen.
He's busy
Can
doing
you-
something
can you-
else.
Well, can you like let's say I have my grandma. Can she become a content creator? No.
Yes.
She doesn't know how to operate a computer. She doesn't know how to use a phone.
Does he know how to operate a camera?
Like an old one, probably.
It's still content though. It depends what content
Well,
you want.
if
If it's specific to digital content, that's different thing. But content as a terminology, content is everything. You can snap your photo and then say this is the content.
Okay, hold on. Does anyone here know someone yang di bahasa Indonesia aja, yang nggak pakai Facebook, nggak pakai Insta, nggak pakai apa?
Yeah,
Ada nggak satu orang?
there is.
You know, right?
There are many.
There's
There are
many.
Yeah,
Are they
there's many.
content creators?
They are.
They are.
As long as they make something. Content doesn't mean always have to be digital, as I said before. It
Okay,
depends.
But content is like showing something, right?
Showing something, that's the point.
What if they're not showing anything?
Doesn't, well, okay.
Some people at certain point
I'll
must
be the mediator in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me something.
Okay, so you said in a literal meaning, content creator,
Yeah.
someone that make content. It doesn't need to be digital. A different thing if they say digital content creator,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's somewhere just kind of like mistranslated to you. Because like content in your mind, content equals content creator equals digital content creator.
No, it doesn't have to be digital.
Doesn't have to
I
be.
never said it
digital.
have to be digital.
Yeah, that means.
So what is
everyone
what
can
is
make
content?
Have you ever thought?
What is content?
No,
What is
listen,
content?
listen,
What is
listen.
yeah? We're talking about philosophical now, right? We're going philosophical.
Fight!
Yeah. Have you ever think in your life? Of course. Are you a philosopher?
No, I don't.
There we go. You're not a philosopher.
No, I don't want to.
hey,
Proclaim myself a content creator.
He
I mean,
thinks-
a philosopher. No.
There we go.
he thinks therefore he is.
Yeah.
Well, then you're a philosopher.
No.
Why not?
Then everyone is a philosopher now.
In your definition of content creator, everyone is also a philosopher.
That could be. Yeah. Why not? Why can't people be philosopher?
No, in your definition of content creator,
Yeah.
everyone's a philosopher.
Everyone is a content creator as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
you
your
agree with that then?
definition then. You agree that everyone's a philosopher.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
shitty
agree
one.
everyone is philosopher.
What?
Why don't you agree
means,
that everyone is
means that
philosopher?
everyone's a shitty basketball player too.
Could be.
If they play
If they
basketball.
play basketball, but
If they've ever tried like holding a basketball, that means they're a shitty basketball player.
Yeah.
Because
According to his definition
No, because
of
in your
content
definition of a
creation.
content creator, let's just say,
Okay.
someone makes art one time in their life.
Uh-huh.
That means they're a content creator.
yeah.
Okay, so if I hold a basketball one time in my life, I'm a basketball player.
Yeah.
What?
I'm starting to think that
I'm
like,
starting to think
it's not the shirt. It's just you.
that's not the costume.
It's just like, why are you the way you are?
Because the thing is, I'm kind of stressed. I'm kind of fucked up with the people that say that I'm a content creator because they don't make stuff. They don't make stuff. They don't influence people. They don't make good things. They just say that I'm a content creator just because they can make videos. That's shitty things to say about yourself, isn't it? Like you don't have another skill. What else do you have? Like if you're a basketball player and you make content, then you say that you're a content creator. That makes sense. because you influence people to play
Right.
basketball. You influence people to play basketball better. Right? If you have nothing, if you lack of skills and everything, and you say you're a content creator, what the are you?
Okay, so you don't think yourself as a content creator?
No, because I make content, therefore I don't.
Okay.
Do you
So you're not-
count yourself as an influencer?
Nah.
Because
Influencer.
hey,
What is influencer anyway?
according to your definition, you are influencer because
No,
you,
I'm not an influencer.
because
I don't say
you're-
that I'm an influencer.
because you influence people to
No.
feel rage.
I don't
There you go.
influence people.
You influence people to move.
That's
to
how
punch
you
in
feel.
the
Is it my
face.
responsibility to know how
You're
you
the one that
feel?
made her feel rage.
What?
You influence
You
people.
influenced her to feel rage.
Therefore,
I influence-
influencer.
Is it my will though to influence you? No.
What?
No, I don't.
you're-
I don't
Better-
have any
you're-
intention to
A better
influence
way
her.
to do this. A better
Yeah,
way to do
okay,
this.
okay.
You don't think you're a content creator, right?
No, I don't.
So not everyone is a content creator.
But but people may say that I'm a content creator, even though I refuse to say that I'm a content creator.
Oh my god.
The people who say they're content creator make money from content. You don't, so you're not.
That's another definition. That's another definition. If you're saying that all content creators that made money can tell to the people that they're content
God.
creator, it depends, right?
Wait, but she's right though.
Yeah.
Because okay, so
Content creator made money, so it's different. It's a different thing.
job.
It's a
type of
job.
content
It's
as
a
an
job.
employment, you can say like, "What's your job?" Oh, I'm a content creator. If you make money,
Money.
from it, that makes sense.
If
Yeah.
it makes money, but
Yeah.
but all the people, I mean, most people who say content creator doesn't always mean that make money from that, right?
Just like you. That's why you're very angry
So
about
okay, do
I
you
make money out of
you.
content.
Then you're a content
I'm
creator.
not a content creator. I'm a content creator.
My hair. Oh, my hair.
You're
Oh
a
my
hair
God.
enthusiast as well, then.
What?
You said my hair.
Yeah.
You're a hair enthusiast, then.
No? Why?
Why not? Don't you like your hair?
Yeah, I like my hair.
Why? Then you're a hair enthusiast.
Fine, I am my hair.
I
enthusiast.
am. I'm praying to God.
Why?
God give
I
me
mean-
patience.
I mean,
if
we
you
should-
give me power, I'm gonna punch this man in the face.
We should look back. Why should we label people when we can just live in peace?
That's true.
Yeah,
Man,
fair,
it's peace.
fair.
Heal the world.
Make it better place.
Wait. Where did this conversation come from
Ah, yeah,
again?
yeah.
Why did we talk about this?
No, we just kind of like.
Content creator stuff
Oh wait, no. It was about him working in an office, right?
as well. Yeah.
As well
and at the
as-
same time, I'm a content creator.
So you're a content creator.
Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So then you work in an office. Why? If you said that being a content creator makes money, then
Not
why?
content creator.
Then
Yeah.
Being a person.
Comedian. Let's say I'm a comedian.
Comedian.
Making content.
Making content. Well, everybody making content.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my God.
Let's just do this. Former and in a formal job. Let's say
Okay.
it right
Okay.
away.
Okay.
Is it better?
You work in an office.
In an office and
You also
out of office.
Yes, and you also annoyed people so much
Out of office.
out of office.
Uh-huh.
If you can make more money being annoying,
Uh-huh.
would you quit your job, like the in-office job?
It depends how much.
Like
If I make like 500 billion, not that much though, even though like it's 10 billion is enough. I think. yeah.
That's already a lot of
10
money.
billion is a lot of money,
That's a lot
right?
of
It's a
money.
lot of
a lot
money.
of money.
You can invest it in deposito and everything. You can have
Uh-huh.
like 11 million
you
per
can
month.
you can have your own island.
Yeah, and why would you
What?
want to have an island? Do you
I
want to
don't
have an
know.
island?
No, an island.
She's kind of different, yeah?
No.
Why would you
Hey,
want to
hey,
have an
hey,
island?
hey! I
Oh,
want to
what-
live, but in peace. So I will not meet people like you.
You
And
can,
it's gonna be my own island.
You need an island just for that.
you can just,
So now we get
you don't have to own an island. You
Yes,
just,
yeah.
yeah, you don't have to own an island to do that. You just can move to Peak.
you know.
That's it.
Fair. Fair.
No, you're so annoying that she wants to buy an island just to get away from
just to
you.
get away from me.
Yeah.
No. What did we ask?
The,
going on?
The two lives.
Oh yeah,
The
why?
two lives, yeah, yeah.
Why are you
Yeah,
so
because I don't know. I'm kind of too afraid probably to leave one of it.
I guess it's the stability, right?
Yeah, the stability, even though-
stable income every
don't think-
month.
Yeah, the stable income and actually the career that I'm pursuing, but actually, it's still not that good though, because if you want to do good at something, you have to be total in one thing, right? You can't do it parallel.
I mean, you can do it at the same time.
Yeah, but the output is going to be different if you do it totally 100% on every other side, right?
I think when it comes to business, like I don't think it's even stable anymore.
Business.
Like you're working in an office. and you have a business major, right?
Business.
I don't-
In this economy,
In this economy, I don't think
in this
it's
economy, nothing is stable.
nothing is
Yeah,
stable.
I don't think it's
That's why I
stable.
choose all of the.
The world is burning,
the world is
on
burning.
there's a
fire
couple
right now.
there's a couple jobs that are probably stable, but like what, like a doctor or something.
Doctor's
Yeah.
not that stable as well.
Isn't that
Yeah, many of the doctorate graduate doesn't have a job actually.
really?
Really?
Oh, I did not know that.
In Indonesia,
In
yeah.
Indonesia.
Oh, in Indonesia.
And some hospitals also pay them so low,
Really?
lower than content creators. That's all we know.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's so sad that,
It's so
that content
sad.
creator make more money than teachers.
Doctors.
Teachers make no
Doctors.
money at all.
Yeah,
money.
teachers
Yeah,
make
that's
no
true.
money, man.
Well, they actually teach the real stuff. While influencers, they teach real stuff though.
But do you guys know that in China, the government just just released a new law
A regulation.
that if you're like influencer or content creator, if you talk about health, finance, and everything, you need to have the background to say
to do
Have a
to do
degree.
it.
You have to
You
have a
have to have a degree. If you don't have a degree, let's say you don't have the degree in medicine, and then you talk about medicine, you can get fined or jailed. I think
Really?
that's great.
And I heard it's more than degree. They have to like certificate for it
Yeah.
as well. Just so not just because you're a psychology degree
I don't.
and you can teach.
or like just because you know how to invest in crypto, you just like start talking it without having any business background.
You know what? You
know?
know why people become that. You know, so many people talking about their specialty and everything. You know why it becomes like that?
Why?
Because the one who make the regulation doesn't work that well.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that good.
Okay.
That's why people became, there's a hot balls on the public, so they don't know which one is true. The one who's supposed to fix things up or clarify things up is the one who's responsible for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, if so many people are talking about health and everything, then the Department of Health should talk something about it.
Fair.
So
Right.
that people don't make blunders and everything and don't make their own opinions.
But
about it.
if the people in the higher places also don't
Are
know.
you talking that they don't work?
I'm just saying we should have someone that have
The
great
capability to do that.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. Well, then there we go. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's basically we just need someone who works on their own department, the competent one, and then probably we can ask one spokesperson for
Yeah.
every department.
Or we could just seize the means of production.
What? Seize the
like
means
the,
of
like
production?
China. Like
My boy Karl Marx.
okay. Well,
He's talking about.
yeah. No, I don't know. I just not listen to her. But then there's like basically two options then, because I'm not saying either one is better. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that like either China way, which is you just
The
make it so
regulate.
Yeah.
regulated, or freedom of speech.
Freedom
So
of
America. So
Can we be on the middle
Freedom-
side of it though?
Freedom of speech doesn't equal freedom of,
consequence.
consequences.
Yeah. That's right. I agree with
True.
that. You can talk about anything, but you're not
Free of the
free of the
consequences.
consequence that you. Yeah.
So, yeah, like
Like you
right.
talk shit all the time, right?
Exactly. It was like I like to talk shit all the time. Like you also like to talk shit all the
I
time.
talk shit. It's not me. It's the one that.
Oh, it's a
It's the
proving.
blue.
it's your
the blue
inner
guy.
voice.
It's my
It's
inner
your
voice. It's not
inner
me.
voice.
I talk soft all the time, and I talk about.
But were you always this person even when you in a college?
How do you define this?
Annoying.
I don't know, because maybe annoying is like when you don't smell good.
Oh my
You
God.
don't realize it until someone says it to you, right?
But you know you're annoying.
Yeah.
Am I annoying though?
You push the right
No,
button.
I, mean,
I
with
don't
the
think
clothing.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one with the
with the
clothing. The one with
clothing.
the
you know you're
clothing.
annoying there, right?
The one with the clothing is designed to be annoying.
Right.
Actually, it's not that annoying. If you want to take a closer look, it actually represent the side of the people that we held back on doing it. For example, like you don't say to people like, "Halo Aska, apa kabar?" Then apaan sih basa-basi. You don't say that.
Okay.
You don't say that. But inside of your head, you probably think about.
Okay.
And this guy represent that kind of voices.
Like intrusive
Oh,
thoughts.
it like kind of like
Too honest, probably.
people actual feelings.
People actual feelings.
Not everyone feels that.
Really, really. How would you feel if you do that to like 100 or 1,000 people doing that to you?
Wait, hold on now. So that means
Everyone-
when we were over there, when you said
No,
hi,
no,
Oscar,
no.
you were like,
No,
"Ini
no.
kenapa sih?" That was what
But you
were
don't say
thinking?
apa kabar to me, so that's fine. You don't say apa
Oh,
kabar
I
to me.
see.
Yeah, right.
I
You
see.
didn't did that, right?
So that's what I was thinking when you said that.
Oh, you say
Yeah.
that.
No. In your
Probably.
Okay.
It's more of a like what's inside. Like there's some people just like equal opportunity hater.
Yeah.
Just like hate everyone
So
equally.
sometimes that's why sometimes when that blue guy, the kuku baju biru, made an argument or talk shit to someone, they feel represented because thanks for saying it. Thanks for saying it out loud. Sometimes.
Well, I mean, like, okay, let's say your character. You came here because you said you were stressed about being the character.
Yeah,
Right.
because I'm stressed about. I also want to be another character because my goal, like my inner child dream, is to become an actor.
Right.
So if I keep on doing this character, I hope that people see it in another way. That I'm this kind, but I can still make
Yeah.
people hate me.
You're
So
acting.
probably
Yeah.
he can also be another person, probably the happy one, or probably the.
Okay, but you came here because you were stressed
Yeah.
about that.
And you gave me this coffee, cinnamon
Lemonade.
Yeah, but you were still drinking, so it must be good.
It's kind of interesting though. I don't say that it's good, but it's kind of interesting that keeps me on drinking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's worth it. Now, I think there's two things that I kind of want to say about that. Firstly, it's the fact that you said you were stressed about that character, but you already know it's a different person,
Yep.
right? And like people that you really knows that's a different person.
Yeah.
Like your girlfriend, for example,
Yeah.
she doesn't always think, "Oh, you're that character." No,
Yeah.
she knows that it's different,
Yeah.
so you can differentiate it. So it's good.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, about you wanting to like get better, like other jobs, and not wanting to be only that character. There's a really good thing that I heard. I think it's from Cillian Murphy. Do you know who that is? Peaky
Cillian
Blinders.
Murphy, who doesn't? Yeah, Cillian
Yeah.
Murphy.
Peaky Blinder.
You know, from Peaky Blinders, the director or the writer wanted someone else than Cillian Murphy at the start.
No kidding.
Yeah, no kidding. They didn't want Cillian
They didn't want
Murphy
Cillian Murphy
No.
to be that
to be Thomas Shelby.
Thomas Shelby.
Because Cillian Murphy is too timid, too shy. Because every other movie and also like every
yeah.
in real life he's shy, right?
Yeah.
But then Cillian Murphy said one thing to the director.
In the
Remember?
Bleak Midwinter.
What? No. No. He said to the director, "Remember, I'm an actor." And then the director changed his mind and picked Cillian Murphy. I think that's what you gotta figure out too, because you're an actor. You can try other characters too. If people don't believe you, then try it in like YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah, try different.
So I should differentiate characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Create new character, maybe.
That makes sense though. Yeah. So people see me that I'll play a
You can
another
do
role.
something
Yeah.
else.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
This, I think we already. That's it for the.
Oh,
Is the bill? Yeah.
do I
There
still
it
have
is.
to pay for this
Yeah.
experimental drink though?
This is about 2 million.
2 million.
Mm-hmm.
The tip is 30%.
Yeah. Do you not want to give us tip?
Well, why is it 30% though?
Oh, because we did not punch you in the face.
That's true. Yeah. We gave you advice.
Please punch me in the face. I can sue this bar.
So yeah, 2 million. You know, you can.
Our patience.
Can
Curious.
I
You can use curious. You can use
can I ngutang though?